Have a great life.
Alright everybody, we are back and all the players and casters are in the lobby ready for the first semi-finals of tonight, which are going to be a best of 3. Alright.
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 I think we should get it together right now.
Aye. Did you look at our statistics, Mark?
I have not. I like to keep that a surprise, actually. I don't want to get spoiled.
What?
Well, I'm seeing one statistic here that could be significant in this.
Is that a
this
100% win rate for either player?
No, it's like your win rate against Shirk.
For who?
Let's say it starts with a 2.
But for who? Wait, for who? Now I want to know.
Yeah, I think Tarrantius probably got this. But let's keep it, let's keep it exciting, okay? Let's try. So.
Alright, okay. So, top left corner, we have playing for Penta. Let me rephrase that. We have the blue Protoss player, hailing from Germany. It's Tarrantius.
Right, and in the bottom left corner, the red Zerg player playing for My Risk Gaming, it is eonblu.
eonblu.
I don't even know his team is called. I just call it My Risk Gaming. Seems good.
Seems good. Do you think his Eon is blue? Is that what he's called, eonblu?
Well, probably. What's
Do you even know what an Eon is?
Eon, like a long ass time or something. Is that like a million years or something? I don't know. I have no clue. Something to do with time.
Yeah, an Eon is an indefinite and very long period of time.
Yeah. See? I know what it is.
Yeah.
Pull first, though. Pull first against Protoss, is that?
Well, it isn't, but well, it's not that
He's
strange.
going for Hatch now. Yeah.
Well, okay, so normally a pull first is not that strange, but he also gets a gas, so that's kind of obviously it's still not super uncommon to see, but it definitely gives you a little bit of aggressive potential. Now, in this matchup, more so in, for example, ZVZ or ZVT than in ZVP, because you do have that wall off that is pretty solid usually. We do see 2 gateway opening for Tarrantius, actually a pretty late nexus as a result of that. So he either wants to play safe or he wants to put on some aggression himself.
What MMR did you say eonblu was in?
Last time I saw, eonblu was bordering on GM, so 5.5, 5.6.
Right, okay. I don't really like this opener though, because it seems really safe, even though he knows like Tarrantius is a bit better than he is, and he is like his CVP is not exactly his best matchup. So I don't really like pull first against that, to be honest. Kind of puts you behind from the start, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. It's not something that I would do personally either. I think if I'm playing versus a person that is of a higher caliber on paper, I would try to play either standard or even maybe a little greedy.
Yeah, probably a little greedy.
Make up.
I mean, he's not. Well, you could try to cheese him really hard, or you could try to go really greedy. But then just playing safe—that's not exactly what I would do. Oh, Roach. I mean.
But I mean, okay. So in this case.
Yeah. He's
I actually like him.
going
I like
roaches,
his position a lot because the 2 gateway opening does open up a lot of potential for Tarrantius to keep relaying in depths, which we do see happen from time to time from Protoss players. Now, especially.
Roaches, though?
Well, yeah. Well, the Roach one is a little bit of a deviation on the normal build, right? And the Roach one has not been spotted for the Protoss player. So there's 4 Roaches out on the map. Yes, I think there will be a Mothership 4. There already is a Mothership 4 out in time. So I'm not sure how much it will really do.
He is like keeping his adepts at home though, so and he's making a sentry. I think he kind of smells it coming.
Yeah, because this was obviously a pretty. He scouted the 17-17, and also I think he looked at the drone count for a bit, at the natural, and was like, this is pretty good count. Anyway, so there's a big rally coming across the map with speedlings and roaches and everything in between. So we have only 1 gas for eonblu, so that's not going to be a lot of Ravagers, but there is going to be an overcharge here. I'm not sure what eonblu really wants to accomplish with this right now. Because even if not for the pylon overcharge, right? The Mother Spore has consistent damage, even though it's not very high, versus these roaches, and there's nothing they can do.
Okay, he makes second pine, and that's really good. Like a pine that's a bit closer to the wall.
This Ravager might finish. Oh no, it's not.
Oh, okay, this is really good for the Protoss here. Oh, and you can take this Ravager. Okay. Yeah.
Gonna get the Cyberport though, so
yeah.
it's gonna take a little bit of pressure away from him because that means that there's no Stalkers, Adepts, or
Yeah, but like Zealots aren't that bad against this composition, so I think because it's like a lot of Zerglings too. Yeah, I mean.
yes, yeah. This is just a weak position for eonblu to be in right now. The push just with the Mothership Core and the pylons there. There's just not.
Yeah. But he's droning really hard right now. So and he's already taking a third base. He's actually up in worker count, so this is like salvageable for the Zerg, I'd say.
Yeah, I think at this point, Tarrantius is in a definite lead, even though it might not show up because he is only. Oh, actually, he's not even ahead in supply. Now that I say that, yes, he's very far ahead in the army in terms of like he's put his units across the map, and now eonblu has to defend and has to make roaches. In terms of workers, eonblu is not that far behind. He has a third halfway done, but he is now forced to make units, and I think that's what's going to put him behind.
He should not overmake units, though.
Absolutely not. I think he's not making any more, which is good. He's making more queens, which is always appreciated. But double Stargate coming down for Tarrantius. I think Tarrantius he feels confident enough to make a double Stargate and maybe start pumping out just a lot of oracles from here. We see this playstyle from Neeb, a couple other Protosses, or not even Protosses. We see it from Scarlet, but so yeah, this is a pretty good style right now, and we see a lot of Reddit threads about it as well. If you guys follow Reddit, but
I don't follow Reddit, man.
eonblu is eonblu is gonna scout these double Stargates. I'm not sure if he saw what buildings they are, but he did see the two buildings. I
mean, what's he going to do against this though? Maybe make like more queens or something. Because
right now, which I don't think is a bad call, but I don't think he has any other choice at this point.
Yeah. Right.
See what happens, but
Phoenixes.
Out. I think is he just gonna play Adept Phoenix?
Isn't Mass Oracle like a thing that's really abusive now?
Yeah, it is. But I think some Protoss players might still be kind of scared to do it because they're not completely confident with it. That said, he's making more Phoenixes, getting +1 air attack actually, while also getting glaives for his Adepts, making their attack speed much quicker. So I think he just wants to do a little bit of a. Actually, is he getting a third? He might be getting a third. So, yeah, he's gonna maybe do a 2.5 or maybe a 3-base push with a couple of Phoenix and a bunch of Adepts. That would be my guess, but because he is making a lot of Phoenix, and that's something you don't really very often see anymore in this matchup.
Yeah, sure, but I think if you're a Protoss and you're like really confident against your Zerg opponent and you make Phoenixes, you can almost kill the Zerg before you even engage him with your army. You can just whittle him down. I mean, you know the feeling, right?
I know the feeling.
I know the feeling.
This unit is the sole reason I'm still not at the top of GM.
Yeah, sure. That's. I mean, it's kind of because you only make Mutalisks here. And if there were no Phoenixes, you would just win every game. Yeah, okay.
So Phoenixes are like a very good unit. Like that don't really like this.
Your mic's cutting out a bit.
Is it really? Oh my god. Meantime, is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
I think it's really strange. Like with Wyman, if it coincides with the game making noises, then it cuts you out. So I'm not really sure what happened. So it's probably on your side because both Bart and me hear it, but.
Some psychic shit, man.
Yeah.
He's finishing his 4 Adepts. That's suboptimal in the Zerg Central.
10, 11 drone kills.
No, he's actually doing decent damage.
Doing a lot.
Let's look at the workers. Okay, you can sacrifice these Adepts. Protoss has 60 probes, all the Zerg is on 50 drones, so...
Phoenix is here to lift all these roaches and kill them, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is... I mean, he doesn't really have anything that's really good against roaches when his Phoenix energy is finished.
It's a conveyor belt of death.
Yeah.
But
how many overcharge does he have?
Well,
actually, only
one
one.
left.
Yeah, he has one left.
But I think there's enough to just kill the momentum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he has enough Phoenixes to kill Roach army. Feels bad.
If he would not have that, then maybe he would be in a lot better position. eonblu, right? He would actually be able to run around the pylon overcharges and kill a lot of the the Gateway army, but right now these Phoenix are just raiding.
These are slow roaches too, and like going across the map with slow roaches is always kind of a desperation move, I feel like.
Another thing I really don't like here is Hydras.
You don't like?
No.
Well, what do you like in this position?
I don't like Hydras versus Phoenix.
What do you think you should be doing?
Bottom left.
I think he should make Corruptor Roach or something. Or maybe Infestors. Anything, really. Infestor Bile is pretty good. But obviously his options are limited. Maybe Hydras are the best call in this position because it's so low. That said, he is now up to 70 drones, but oh my god, all the drones heading to the 4th are gonna get sniped.
Aye. Okay, he's making them into spore crawlers, and his Hydras are on the way.
But in a big fight where there's Adepts as well, these Hydras are so dead. Now eonblu is making a lot of queens, and I think I like that a lot more than just pure Hydra.
Yeah, but how are you going to finish the game though? Because making queens kind of means you want to go into a really long game.
Yeah.
And
Tarrantius, on the other hand, not deciding, like, he does have the +1 on the Phoenixes, but does not actually go for more Stargates. He goes for more Gateways, gets a Templar Archives, gets a Robotics facility. So, I mean, a lot of stuff. He's getting charged, so I think he wants to transition into a more standard composition. Instead of, what I was thinking is he was setting up to go, like, late game, right? Stargate, Carrier, maybe even Tempests, like, yeah.
Yeah, but it seems like he's just going to add a bunch of gateways and make an army and then, like, attack the Zerg. I mean, Hydras aren't that good against what he has now, so if he just keeps producing, he could probably just walk straight over the Zerg.
Absolutely. This Hydra little push on the bottom. Actually, these queens, talking about being aggressive, he is being aggressive with them right now, but that means he's also so vulnerable losing them. There's so many Immortals, Sentries, Phoenixes. Everything is getting picked up. There's not a single unit on the ground. There's some that definitely really help him, but I mean, this is a terrible position.
Yeah, Phoenix has just lift up half his army and then GG.
Yeah, any comments about the Phoenix unit?
Barely anything died in the Protoss army. It's like crazy because the Phoenixes like lifted all the Hydras and there was barely any DPS left. It's
Only 2 Phoenixes died this game.
Optimal this. Yeah.
Probably not even for the fight.
How do you do the lost units tab, Frank?
Shift
L.
L.
Units lost. Oh, Shift L.
Gives you a nice one.
Aye. Yeah, that's very little.
Very little here. Look at that. 8k minerals, 2k gas, 2k minerals, and 700 gas.
Yeah.
It's so massive. 21 drones now going down, and there's no army left for eonblu. I think this game might be it.
Looks kind of over.
I think this might be it, Tasteless.
Think this might be it.
Literal god, tasteless.
This is the beginning of the end, Artosis.
GG!
It's actually the end of the end.
Wow.
Alright.
Yeah, I was a little bit late with that one, but seems to be that eonblu does lose the first game. So
It seems to me too.
that seems to be, not seems to me.
Oh, okay.
Not that. So that means that he does now. His opponent is now at match point, right? So for qualifying for the for the.
I have an update, guys, for the other semi-finals. We're going to be casting after this one, and it's going to be Blue Cheese versus Gerald because Gerald beat Arnovich.
So are there any Dutch players still left? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so. No.
That's it.
It's a sad day for the Dutch. Okay, so update, because like I said at the start of the stream, our qualifiers are the last way for Dutch players to make it into WESG Benelux. And so the basics is that the best 4 performing Dutch players are going to get an invite for a first look. And so we said any Dutch player who makes it to top 3, so basically qualifies for the DSCL Open, also qualifies for first look. And if it's more than 4 players, we're going to play tiebreakers. It may appear now that there's going to be less than 4 players making it to top 3, because Optimus did make it last week, but Optimus already qualified through the regular WEC qualifier.
So it doesn't count, yeah.
So it doesn't count. So right now we have 0 Dutch players who made it to top 3.
So it seems, Bart, like me and you need to start playing next week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think I'll just step it up next week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But of course,
whatever, 2 weeks.
If no Dutch players make it at all to top 3, we're just going to look at who made it to round of 8, or round of 4, or came in 4th.
Can't we just look at Dutch player Liculak ratings?
we could.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
We're still gonna look at DSCL results, and probably gonna have to play tiebreakers then, because there's many Dutch players who made it to round of 8, more than 4, I'd wager. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of like that because that means we're gonna have a little bit of an extra. I don't want to say tournament, but a little bit of an extra bracket, I guess, for that. For those spots at first look, which is going to be interesting because we're actually going to have a purely Dutch competition for a purely Dutch competition then. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of Dutch StarCraft, which I mean, I guess we are fans of. Not everyone might be because not everyone is as invested in it as we are, but still, I think it should be interesting regardless. Because apart from Hearthstone, Uthermal, and Optimus, you don't really hear much from the Dutch scene. Right, yeah, we see Roddy stream GM Protoss in as well, but he's not competing, right? So that's why I think it's pretty interesting to give a little bit of a spotlight to those players that like are close to them, but not necessarily are at that level.
Who do you think has the best shot, Mart, aside from like those three, to make it to WESG qualifiers? Probably Agam?
Agam has a good shot. I think Agam. Genix, Marsman, and Arnovich have all have a shot. I think those might be the top 4 right now. Well, that said, obviously I would say Jorks, but he decided he would just qualify.
How much MMR does Dorks have?
Like 5.4, 5.5.
5.4. Okay, that's actually pretty good.
And funnily enough, he lost to Arnovich a lot during customs, but then just beat him in the tournament, and then obviously after that beat Marsman, who is ranked even higher than that. So,
but Venture beat Jorks, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of an upset, isn't it?
We're gonna blame that on PvP. That is an upset.
Yeah, I mean, best of 1 PvP. You know, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? PvT, right? Not PvP.
Oh.
Jorks is yeah.
Right.
So, in top left corner, playing for my risk with a nice little wolf logo. The Blue Zerg player. Wait. The Blue Zerg player. It's eonblu.
He's blue this game. That's good.
Right. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player playing for Penta. It is Tarrantius.
Tarrantius in it.
Tarrantius in it, prof.
And we see a little bit of a gateway expand from him. Nothing out of the ordinary. eonblu going for that early gas. Spicy memes.
Something special again.
But he is also going for the hatch. 16 hatch.
Okay.
What? Oh,
okay. He's probably just checking if there's a... No, there can't be a probe there.
Might just be like an automatic.
There could be a probe. No, it could be a probe because he went after his after he built his gateway. Mm-hmm. So if he went after his pylon, his probe would be blocking a natural, and he probably wanted to kind of make it seem like he was taking a natural.
For sure. And eonblu now only takes a natural at 17 supply after getting a gas pool. It's
seems a lot like what he was doing last game.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I think this might just be his standard build, which could also explain his win rate. No.
Yeah.
No, for real though. Like he might just be playing this specifically against Tarrantius, or it could be his style of choice.
I mean, a lot of players I think have a different build against like other players that they think are much better than them. Like you do something different than what you would do on a ladder. Proxy pylon. What's this?
That is going to be a proxy Stargate. It will be my guess. Maybe a proxy Dark Shrine. It could be anything, but something proxy, right? You don't really see proxy pylon.
I mean, it's at least a proxy pylon.
Well,
he might build something else.
Some Grandmaster level analysis there. Stargate, I was right on the money. Nice.
You know, I'm just observing what's happening.
That's good.
Stargate.
That's good. That's what you should be doing. You're a caster.
Not an observer, though.
You're supposed to convey the observing.
Okay, so this is not the same as you was doing last game.
Oh, there's no Nexus though for Tarrantius yet.
But I think Tarrantius might think that he's doing the Roach thing again, but he's already taking a third. But then his Oracle might do a lot of damage because he's just making a second. I think his Oracle will probably do a lot for him.
And there's no overlord speed here for eonblu, so I mean, I think his scout is going to be kind of late anyway. But even if he were to scout, it probably wouldn't get anything done. So I'm not even sure if this proxy will do anything apart from that.
eonblu is scouting his Protoss' natural now. So he sees there's nothing there. Will
true.
he drop down spores though?
Good question. No extra queen so far, no spores.
Yeah.
I would throw down spores just for safety right now.
I would at least make like an extra queen right away.
Yep. And he is, it seems. But that might be a queen for the third.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the Nexus is now building, but he knows it's too late, right? He should be on top of that. 8 links are coming out for eonblu, so he might be a little bit of a panic mode. Because he's losing the links to that one adept
This
here.
adept though is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Single adept across them up.
Yep.
Like 4 Zerglings could take that out. 4 speed Zergling.
It's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what will end up happening here because the Oracle is the Oracle is out, right? 2 Oracles are actually already out at 4 minutes. That's incredibly fast. So, and they're closer to the eonblu's base too. He's moving them across like the side of the map, so he has no idea this is coming in. eonblu does not have any spores. His queens are all away. There's only 1 queen in the main. This is gonna be so painful.
2 oracles can shred the entire mineral line if there's only 1 queen. I mean, 2 oracles could even kill the queen. Like,
Yeah.
Ay.
They don't even have to at this point. The queen is just fleeing away. 12,
Yeah.
13,
Oh my God.
14 drones. That is devastating.
Suboptimal. Right, 1 queen goes down. The other queen... Oh, he could have killed the queen, I think. But he's instead going for the drones with his spare energy.
21 drones.
21 drones. I mean, at this point, he killed as many drones as eonblu still has left, right?
Yeah.
Like, that is a pretty significant one.
I mean, this is what the Protoss needed to do to get ahead, though, because if he didn't do any damage, he would be so far behind.
Yeah, you are right in that regard.
Yeah.
But I think
this kind of evens it out, actually, because the Zerg is already on 3 bases. Like, the Protoss lost his Stargate, so he doesn't have any tech anymore. He's just now making a Twilight Council, so I don't think the Zerg is in that bad of a position.
You're right. He could, if he drones really, really hard right now,
Yeah.
and the Protoss player doesn't pull off any shenanigans. Now, that said, the Protoss player is getting a 3rd base, Tarrantius, of course.
Yeah, but he
Like,
can
really
drone
shred-
really hard, right? Because he
Can,
has...
right? Yeah, you're
He
right.
has like 4... He has 4 spores, and he has a Hydralisk then, so...
Yeah, so worker count is already equal again, which is good for our player. At this point in the game, you want to be equal, and then you want to leap ahead after this, which is exactly what's happening right now. 8 drones being produced at a time here for our blue Zerg player. So, +1 researching for Tarrantius, as is Adept Glaives. It seems like he might just be gearing up for like a big second push with a lot of adepts here, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty fast +1.
I mean, he is taking a 3rd, I guess, and he is getting +1. Yeah. I don't know.
These adepts are coming over the map together with these oracles, and that still makes a pretty deadly combination because there's no units on the map. Literally 0 links.
Yeah. He's just been making drones.
Oh no, this is actually
He sees
really
it now,
bad.
Oh, that hurts. Okay. 5 adepts win the game.
Yep.
Feels Protoss, man. Just kidding.
Not bad. So, I guess a big congratulations is in order for Tarrantius because last week he fell down, and afterwards I tweeted that he didn't, so that was a bit confusing. But this week, he seriously and like legally, officially qualifies for the DSCL Open. Congratulations, Tarrantius. I will be sending you an email presently, likely tonight even, or otherwise tomorrow. Congratulations, and of course, we haven't seen the last of eonblu because he'll be playing in the 3rd place match to get a second chance at qualifying.